You're good. Hi, I'm Peter from HTS. I'm going to be doing the owner training on this unit and the unit up on the roof. So when you guys come up to the unit, if you're going to shut it down, you can either shut it down by shutting down all the VFDs, each one separately, or you can go to the BMS system and just shut them down that way, whatever's easier for you. Obviously, if you shut them down this way, you might get an alarm back to the BMS that might have to be cleared in order to restart it back up. And then same thing, reverse order to restart the unit. Just go by the VFDs, click start, put it back into auto, and then just control it through the BMS system. And then if you guys, for maintenance purposes, well, I'll go through the unit first, show you where everything is. You got your return and exhaust fans right back here. So you got grease fittings on both of them. So grease them, you know, every time you're doing maintenance on it, whatever you guys see that this unit needs for maintenance. Obviously, once you guys start getting into it, you'll know how dirty the filters get, how quick, how often you guys really want to do it. Probably grease it and do the maintenance on it every 1 to 3 months, something along those lines. You guys will get a better ballpark once it hits that point. So they're all on isolated springs to try to reduce vibration and noise. So in this section, if you guys want to climb in real quick, you got a filter section right back here. So you guys, you know, come in here to change the filters. I'll pull out a flashlight if you guys don't have one. You get the filter section back there. Dampers for the fan, not mechanical, they're just gravity dampers. So open and close. You got the heat wheel right here. So if you guys have to clean the heat wheel, we don't want any solution on it or anything like that. Just hit it gently with nitrogen, no more than 100 psi, and then just kind of put a shop vac on the other side, try to suck up all the dust that blows out of it or anything along those lines. If you got to change in the filters long enough, you know, you shouldn't really have to clean that out. This unit basically is split into 2 sections. So one's a supply air section over here, and then this would be like a return air section. So these doors are basically just to break off the sections. Yeah. So you keep your supply air on one side, return air on the other side, and the only time they really ever meet is coming through the heat wheel. And then to change the filters, they just got these little little metal things that hold them in. So you just bend those right out of the way and you'll be good to go. I think that's it for this section.
Can you do that up one more time so I can try and grab it on the video? Sorry.
So these right here are the gravity dampers for the fan. So as the fan runs and shuts down, they'll blow open if they're closed. The unit is basically 2 sections. This section on the opposite side of these doors is your supply air section, and this is your return and exhaust air. The only time the air is actually cross stream is through the heat wheel. And then if the heat wheel ever gets dirty, in order to clean it, you'd want to blow it out with nitrogen from one side and put a shop vac to the other side to suck up all the dust. You don't want to hit it with any more than 100 psi. Alright, we'll jump out of this section, go to the next one. Yeah, that is gravity. In this section, you got the other side of your heat wheel. This is your mixing air section. So what this basically does, right in here, is basically diverts the air so it actually mixes properly. Instead of just pulling it all through one spot, you break it up with that, and it kind of makes it so it's not cold and hot at one separate spot. And then you got your hot water coil here, chilled water coil here. If you ever have to clean the coils, they don't want any sort of chemicals or anything on it. So what we use and what we recommend is like Dawn dishwashing detergent. So just mix it in a pump sprayer, just spray it on, and then just rinse it off. And then you got more filters here. So change the filters as needed. And I think that's about it in this section. You want to take it to the next one? Grease fitting on the heat wheel too. So you guys grease the bearing on that occasionally. Wait till you get in. opposite side of the filters, obviously. So you can either change it from this side or the other side. Probably easier to do it from here. Tells you how to remove the cover right there. And then you got your supply fans back here, same as your return fans. They got the grease fittings. They sit on vibration isolators. So when you're doing the maintenance, just check that, make sure no squealing, bearings are good on them, and then just hit it with a little bit of grease. Other than that, I think that should be it for this. You guys have any questions or anything?
Where's the light switch?
If they wired it in, I don't know where they put it.
Lights everywhere.
Yeah, they got the lights. I just don't know if they actually wired them in. Yes, they might not be wired in. They might be working on that. I don't know.
Did you get that? Lights don't work. Hello.
You guys have any other questions?
And then every so often, once a year or something like that, do like a full shutdown and just pop open the covers on the VFDs, tighten any electrical connections, just make sure nothing's getting loose and gonna fall out or anything like that. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Questions? You guys good? Pretty easy, self-explanatory.